Hey guys, welcome to the first episode in the Euro 2056 mini-series, I suppose you'd call this. And we are continuing on with England, and well, yeah, it's here. It's time for the Euros. We've obviously been to the World Cup. Well, been there twice now. Of course, we've been there with the USA and England. But we've never really progressed that far. But of course, the Euros are a different story, different rounds and so on. Of course, if you obviously there's less groups. I think there's then a second round, quarter final, semi, and final. Obviously, the standard one that we know at the moment in real life, of course, was the just the group stages, quarter, semi, final. Because that was how it worked. There was how many teams? 16 teams. I think now that's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. There's 24 teams now. Fair enough. So. What I'm going to do very quickly is, before we get onto the actual game, the first game against Serbia here, we're just going to I'll show you the squad. I'll give you an idea who's made the team, any new faces you might not recognise, old faces, and so on. We'll go over very, very quickly as well the domestic leagues. I know this isn't about the domestic leagues, but people want to know. And obviously, I should show you. I'm just not going to go in detail. If you want to, if you want to see it yourself. Download. Well, actually, no, you can't actually see this particular save. The download link in the description is now getting on a bit. I probably should give a slightly updated one. If I can find one, I'll put it in. But this is the squad here for the Euros. That is in order, and I think this is pretty much in the first team order. So the goalkeepers, we have Wilcock, Horton, and Clark. I think that pretty much picked itself. Jeff Wilcock now, may remember him from years ago. He's 34. He's at Juventus. He's a very strange. He's had a strange career as this lad, because I brought him in at Dortmund from Chelsea for 13.5 million. He could have easily stayed at Chelsea and been there all his life. But I brought him in from Dortmund, and they basically just let him go. I don't know why, but I thought this guy could be Dortmund's major player for decades probably. He was only young at the time, and they just seemed to let him go. Went to Tottenham. And it was a case of bad timing with him. Obviously, he came in right as I came in. We had Clark coming through as well, who obviously now was the third choice goalkeeper, and obviously he was already there when I was there. So I basically just wiped the slate clean. I didn't care how new you were if you weren't playing. Obviously, he didn't even play a single league game for Tottenham. He then went on. It was a freebie, so we managed to make a profit on him in the end. It was money making, I suppose, and he went to Man United. Mike Horton now is the number one. Basically, he's 28. He's Arsenal, good player. We all know about these. Steve Ahmed now. He did eventually make the squad. He's in Brighton. He's a good player, but versatile. A little bit prone to errors sometimes. Probably no more than the standard player, but not quite sure if he's absolutely top class. But I've decided to go with Hadfield in centre back role at Brighton as well. I think he's a quality player, very, very, very versatile, and I really like this lad. Beckerard got there, give him several opportunities. He's at Nottingham Forest, as you know. Again, versatile. It's always useful to have a player who can play centre back, centre midfield, right back. You can play. Look at the wing backs and everything. It's crazy. I've given him so many chances, although he is literally the last resort at this point. Got my three left backs, I should say now, of Riley, Farrell, who is the main left back still. He's the main man. Haylock, I should point out this is potential, not ability. At international level, he should pay attention to ability, but for some reason the game hasn't. It doesn't throw the ability as well. It's a potential ability, current ability. See, there's nothing there. And bear in mind, I've done reports on these players. I don't know if I've got to do something different, but I don't know. But Haylock's there with Farrell and Riley. I think you know these three. Marcus Lai, the lad from Ipswich, centre back, good player, good young player. He's obviously, as you can see, deserves to place in squad due to form for country. So it's only fair that I let him in. Roscoe Hannigan, this guy, right back now, probably his last tournament, potentially even his last legs for England, but you'll never know. Got Fraser Hughes in there. He's 28 now, Brighton centre midfielder again, good player. Doesn't do a great deal, but is always handy to have. Peter Main basically forced his way into the team. Very good player, actually. Much better than the 2 stars that you get there. A few people, there's my phone, a few people have said, what with like 2 stars? Does that mean he's not very good? Bear in mind, and someone I can't believe yeah, someone actually had to tell me this. So bear in mind, the higher expectation levels you have, doesn't matter if you're club or country, the stricter I suppose the reports get. Just because a player's 2-star, if you're at a if you're at a really really high level, like international level, chances are they're going to really scrutinise the reports. You know, when they say 5-star potential or 4.5-star potential, they mean world beater. I'm talking, you know, not quite Messi, but get into that 5-star potential Messi, if you know what I mean. Craig Cooley, he's still in the team. Yeah, he's retiring. As you can see, he's not good enough. But I've decided to have him as it's a swan song. You know, he's simply not good enough to play for England. He's retiring in less than a month. So I don't know if this is going to work, but he's there as an option. He is still the captain, but I think Fowler is now the basically the captain. Les Murray, who is currently injured, he's out for 1 to 2 days. He just made it through purely on reputation, quite honestly. Again, another Brighton player. I'm not picking them for the club, by the way. I don't do that. I don't even pay attention to what club they're at, to be honest. But I mean, I've criticised this lad before because he shoots too often. Even with shooting on as rarely, he will still just shoot. But I'm talking banana skin shot where it'll just go over there. It'll hit the corner flag almost. And but one of these days they're going to fly in, and that could win us the game. Hell, it could even win us the championship. So I'm prepared to give him a chance. Tom Bastow, good player. I'm still sort of on the side on this guy. I don't think he's as good as the 3-star report, or at least I haven't seen a 3-star ability player yet from this guy. But I'm waiting. I'm being patient. Richard Darlington, one of the best players in the team. Yep, definitely overlooked him when I was at Tottenham. I will hold my hands up with that one. Here's a new name for you. Lewis Jones. He's only 21, but he's a very, very good player. He's got 2-star. I think that's ability, is it? He has potential ability of 3.5, which is very good. And I'm quite excited to see what this guy can do. He's a right-sided attacking midfielder, but he can also play up front. Leon Fowler, you'll know about him. Mick Roberts, you know about him. Gareth Sweeney now, he has established the centre forward role alongside Fowler. Unfortunately, Dennis Wright is injured. I'll go over a few injuries as well. And Alvin Reynolds does make this squad. He is still only 22, obviously. If we're going to go over the national pool real quick, certain players, so if we just rank them by just simplicity, value here, as you can see, unavailable, players like Dennis Wright. There's also a player here, which was weird, because he's still in the English national pool, but he's now Japanese. I don't get it. And I'm also his favourite manager. Yeah, he wants to play for Japan. Just to point out them 5 appearances, I think, are for England. I don't know. It's weird, but he's injured anyway, so it doesn't make a slightest bit of difference. Byron Searle is injured. Nigel French is also injured. It's at least the strikers, isn't it? But other than that, so it's Wright and French are injured, but I think we have enough here to see us over the line. So yeah, basically, that's where we're at. I mean, there are certain other players you might recognise as well: Stacey Stevens, Guy Sheridan, Carl Henderson. Callum Richards, all these players who you have seen didn't make it. Decided experience is what I wanted, and infused a little bit of youth. So very quickly, we'll also go over the domestic leagues. It's another league title for Arsenal. I think that's like their 4th in a row. Yep, I don't know what's going on there. They're halfway to our record of 8 in a row. So fair play to them. Liverpool in 2nd, Man United in 3rd. First time they've got up there for look at that, nearly 10 years. Ipswich, as I say, Nottingham Forest getting into the Europa League positions. Man City are bouncing back now. Kettering, a very, very respectable 13th place for them. Leeds are now established. The Championship, very quickly, I won't go too far down, but Charlton, Blackburn and Swansea going up. Torquay, fair play. Leicester and Exeter going down. Well, they're going backwards now, aren't they? After their stay in the Premier League. Mansfield incidentally got to the playoffs. They didn't. They lost to Swansea, obviously. And we'll just show you League One real quick. There it is. Nothing else really to say, really. The French League, Bordeaux win. So it's for the first time. Oh no, Lorient won. Oh, look at that. It's all because of Craig Cooley, that. Well, yeah, look at that. FC Lorient were in fact the first team out of either Paris Saint-Germain or Lyon to win the league since Marseille in 2000. Look at that, nearly 40 years. Then again, that's nothing compared to Real Madrid and Barcelona's dominance. Real Madrid. Once again, it is literally just a back and forth between these two, which, apart from that one tiny, tiny blip. It's unbelievable. Right, enough about this. Let's get on with the game in hand. In fact, before we do that as well, sorry, I know I keep the tension. We're going to very quickly have a look as well how the Euros have got on so far. So we'll just show you the matches and so on. So the game's opened up with a 2-2 here with Sweden and Belgium. France battered Scotland 2-0. Lehmann with 2 there. And Wales just beat Denmark. So not a whole lot has actually happened. But we're next up. We're the 5 o'clock game. This is the team then. We'll hit play and here we go. It's a lovely day here in Russia, obviously, in the Olympic Stadium, wherever that is. We've got Fowler and Sweeney up front. Bastow, Main, Darlington, no start for Cooley. Jones gets his first full competitive start. Farrell, Garner, Hadfield and Hannigan with Houghton in goal. I'm not too sure on some of these Serbian players. I can't say I've heard of many of them, or any of them in fact. So that's enough from me. Well, it is. No, it's not enough from me. What am I talking about? Let's start the Euros. Here we go. Enough chit chat. Here we go. We're down to the action. Now, am I being realistic in thinking we can win this? Absolutely. I think we can go all the way in this tournament. It's not as competitive as the World Cup, but it's still fiercely competitive. But England have got to many finals in this competition on the game. Obviously, I know they've never got there in real life, but they of course got to 3 finals in a row before Ireland. Oh wow, broke that record, and we are down straight away. Typical England. Typical England right away. Serbia with a flying start, and I did not expect that. What's going on here then? But yeah, so much for Pressmore. Right, okay. Well, dear God. Well, yeah, this is not going to plan at all. Let's push higher up then. That did the trick against the Swiss. Right, here goes Fowler now, who is, of course, the captain. I don't know why he's so staggered and slow there. Wow. What the hell is going on? They are incredibly slow and just lethargic. Oh my God, what the fuck's going on? No, seriously, what the fuck is going on? It's what the hell is his name? Oh, Houghton went the right way as well. I don't believe this. It's England. They just crumble at major competitions. Houghton got very close to this, but it was such a good penalty. He had no chance. We've barely got into their half. Oh my God, can't keep possession. Serbia have done jack shit. We've just given it to them. No, they have literally. I can't explain what the hell's going on. We look great all the way, and then we're just getting decimated. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm going to have a rethink here straight away. We keep possession for more than a few seconds. And that is a paltry header from Garner. Right, let me just get my head straight here. Oh, I thought that was a decent ball in by Bastow, but Fowler at the back post. He's kept that in. And Farrell nearly scoring a cheeky little, unmistaken goal there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. This is very weird. Serbia just look just generally better. We're having chances at least now, but they look way more threatening. Okay then. Let's get a ball forward. Get stuck in. Play wider. And let's stick to that. Why? Oh, at least we've got one of their injured. I don't understand that. They take the ball like that. And it's a terrible first touch, mind you, and then they spin around and just go the opposite way. I don't know what they're trying to do there. Jose Enrique's school of football there. Anyway, here's Gareth Sweeney. Nice run, and there's no Emperor. Typical England striker. Actually, is that even a typical England striker? Well, yeah, basically the absolute bottlers is what happened there. Well, I was not expecting that to happen. Lewis Jones, you're coming off, son. You've done nothing. Even though I've got, well, Murray's injured, and that's the only reason why he's playing. Okay, Reynolds is going to have to play. Well, I can't play there. Can Sweeney play there? It's off, you're playing there. What does Reynolds play as? I forgot. Yeah, he's also a poacher. Wait. Devastated. I'm done. See you later. Nah, seriously though, I mean, what the fuck? You know when the game's doing things to you, and then you see shit like that, you wonder if you're playing a polished game or not. I mean, Jesus Christ, get the basics right, for the love of God, Miles. Right, this is not what I expected at all. Okay, we're going to have a little think here. I'm not quite sure what we are doing wrong. Okay, I'm going to get rid of them crosses. Don't roam. And don't be as expressive. And also just default. Yeah, I'm going to go back to a lot of default. Push up just a little bit more. Back to basics, basically. Yeah, I think that will do it. Okay, let's try this. Christ, it'd be eventful if we get a draw. Also, have you noticed how like they take a second to kick off and the clock already starts? So I want a few seconds back if we oh, okay. All right. I mean, what? It's like watching fucking kids versus men. Can someone explain what the hell's happened here? Because I can't explain. We've looked great. We've never really lost all that badly. I mean, there was that one game against Italy, but that was a last minute goal for them, and I thought we did quite well. But this is bad. Where are you going, Fowler? There you go. God. Right, so the captain opens the England account a bit late, but we get another one, and we're right back in it. But I'm not holding out for anything here. Good tackle. Oh, come on. Where's the tackling, man? They just sort of, I don't know what it is. It is like they're playing on ice. I know it's in Russia, but come on, it's the summer, for God's sake. Fowler to Ace. Got a great first touch. He takes that down superbly. Alvin Reynolds needs to make himself. Wait, what was he doing? He's standing there just like an absolute fruit. What was he doing? Absolutely not making himself available at all. Garner with a flaccid header. No, we are actually at least on the offense now. Actually look like we can maybe even come back. Fowler's gone in a minute. Look at that first touch. That is unreal. But that is not the greatest delivery. Reynolds again, or to be fair, might as well just blame Fowler for that one. Main, who's been completely anonymous. Do a dare take one of the midfielders off. Darlington, I don't want to take off, but Cooley is oh wow, Reynolds scored. I was going to say let's bring Cooley on, but no way. We're not coming back now. Are they all of a sudden just going to click into gear? Nice work by Alvin Reynolds, just to find his position in the team. I know he's brought on, but yeah, or at least justification in the squad, I should say, rather than in the team. He was on the bench. And Hannigan's going to get that right. Here we go then. So we've just got over just under half an hour to get another goal. Easily doable. This is when we just don't look like we can't. We're just going to totally bottle it again now. Okay, we're going to make another sub. We're going to take Sweeney off. The youngster's really not performing all that well. We're going to... Mick Roberts is going to have to. I've got literally no one who can play out wide in an offensive role. It's a bit of makeshift improvisation. Probably my bad for picking a crap squad, to be honest. Or like a non-versatile squad. Bear in mind, when I say players can play like out wide and stuff, I'm always in attacking advanced roles, not just, the normal right-sided midfielder in a 4-4-2. That's why this formation's a bit different than a 4-4-2. It's pushed up wingers. So you do disable yourself sometimes, but it's for the better, it's for the greater good in the end when you are looking for that goal like we are now, hopefully. So sure as hell I can revert into the Mike Bassett 4-4-2. Yeah, Serbia have just totally lost it. Right, Roberts with a flick on. Here's Leon Fowler. Oh, and the goalkeeper just couldn't take it round him. Okay, last 10. Going to bring off Basto. We're going to bring... There's literally no one. They're all fucking defenders. Look at them. Look at the amount of Ds. What the fuck? Alright, Murray's going to have to come on. He has to. I know he's injured, but he needs match fitness anyway, so we might as well just kill two birds with one stone. Okay, right, we're going to have to go to overload now because we desperately need a goal. If we can get one and then we're level, we can maybe even, God knows, grab a winner. But no, that's not going to happen because I've just set it to overload and it's in the 80s. What's that mean? That means it's going to go all the way through to the right to the end. And it's not going to give you a single chance because that's what overload actually means. Just a point. It doesn't mean you get all your players forward. It means the game just ignores you and doesn't give you any more chances. That means you don't want any more. Yep, see? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right, here we go. I can only assume he was giving that back to them because that was appalling. Put a fucking tackle in, you twat. This is not good enough at all. Why did they suddenly start playing when they were 3-0 down? I mean, for fuck's sake. I know it's probably because they changed the tactics. Right, you got 2.5 minutes. Now get it forward and stop bumbling around. At the back. Murray, don't you dare shoot from there, because I know he has actually tried to shoot from there, trust me. Reynolds puts... Oh, Darlington was not going on the end of it. Murray's offside. Brilliant. Put the fucking guy in the team and he repays me with that. Well done, dickhead. So we got, what, 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Roberts with a knockdown to Dar... Oh, for God's sake. The fuck was that? Just whacks it at him. Wasn't even a block. He literally just twatted it at him. Come on! Fuck me! You fucking get lynched if you take that long in real life. What's with the throw-ins? Wow. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but that was appalling. I can't explain that. They suddenly decided to start playing in the 50th minute. At least the only good thing is the other two teams in the group drew. Wow. That was a disgrace. I wouldn't even say it was narrow, we were appalling. You never want to get off to a terrible start like that. Now, fuck off, fans. England fans, you're the most fickle bunch of cunts in the world. Right, next game then against Ukraine. And it's in the Eastern Bloc. Former USSR. Yeah, so this is going to be an interesting game. We just got battered by Serbia, who... See, they're 21st. Ukraine are 19th. And Northern Ireland as well. Okay, they're not quite the weakest team in the group, but fuck me. That was a disgrace of a performance. I'm going to have to figure something out quickly because that did not work. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Hopefully we'll have a better game than this. Bye bye for now.